Hello, hello, hello. This is Priscilla with Scylla Travel coming at you live from Charleston, South Carolina. I'm actually about 20 miles from downtown Charleston, but we're still considered part of the Low Country. Sorry about the lateness. We've got a little bit of weather here in the area. That's the hurricane downgraded to tropical storm Isaias. Isaias or Isaias? I don't know how to pronounce it. They've come up with this name and put an Isaiah and put an S on the end of it. In any event, that's the same storm that hit Puerto Rico and caused them to experience a lot of flooding. Well, it's here now, at least the outer bands. So now let's get to it. Today, this is a continuation of last week's discussion about destinations opening number one, right? So that's a happy thing, right? For the most part, it's happy. Destinations are opening. We can go travel. Maybe not so much. Okay, so right now things are like really in flux, like a lot. And things change so fast, it's hard to keep up. It's like the borders open here, then they close. Then they open over there. Then you get there, then they close it. It's like, you're like, where do I go? So right now, it's kind of tricky. The time is kind of tricky. So I'm just here trying to educate. Those of you who are brave enough, feel comfortable enough to travel right now. I just want to make sure that you're equipped to do it. So my name is Priscilla with Scylla Travel, and I am a travel agent, travel advisor. And I help you live the dream through travel. I book custom trips, specializing in Africa, the US, the Caribbean, Mexico, basically North America. I would like that to be true whenever Canada decides to allow us back into the country. That's one of our closest neighbors. So, like I said, I help you live the dream through travel. And I would just like to welcome all of my followers and visitors. Thank you for taking time out of your Saturday afternoon to come and look at little old me. So a little bit of housekeeping. So I'm using a tool called StreamYard to stream this video to my social media, Facebook. And there should be a little link at the top that says, give StreamYard access to your Facebook account. So if you do have any comments, I won't be able to see your name unless you click that link and grant StreamYard permission to view your Facebook profile. It's just one of those little quirky things that StreamYard does. But in any event, moving right along, I am also going to check my phone like I generally do to make sure that the video's running. Let's see. And I'm checking. Is it live on Facebook? And it is. So this is a continuation of last week. So do you need a negative? Well, you do. If you want to travel right now and you want to go to the Caribbean, and many of the countries that have opened, the majority of them are going to require that you take a COVID-19 test, and it needs to be positive. It needs to be negative. It needs to be negative. You cannot be positive. You need to present them with a negative COVID-19 test before you even enter the country, or in some cases, depending on the country, before you even get on the plane. So a lot of these countries have websites sponsored by their tourist boards or tourism authorities, whatever they're calling it in their country. And you have to go there, you have to register, you have to upload a copy of your negative result, COVID-19 test. But here's the tricky part. It has to be within a certain number of days. Some countries are saying 72 hours. Some are saying 48 hours. Some are saying 96 hours, which is 4 days. And some are saying, it's 4 days, 3 days. Then some are saying 3. That's 72. Some are saying 2. That's 48. So some are saying a week. Okay. So some are being a little bit more lenient with that than others. However, when you get there, they're going to test you again. So rest assured, they're going to test you again. There are a couple of countries who are saying they're not going to do that. But let's face it, if they start opening their borders and people start coming there and their numbers start climbing, they'll either shut the borders or they'll change that with a quickness, like the Bahamas. So we saw what happened with the Bahamas. They weren't as strict as Jamaica, right? Jamaica really implemented some really, really stringent restrictions. And they've been successful so far. They have tracking of people who come there. You have to get the app on your phone when you have to upload your negative COVID report before you even get there within 72 hours. Then when you get there, they're going to test you. If you're from the U.S., U.S. citizens, we're considered high risk, okay? So don't get upset about it. That's just how it is. We're considered high risk. So a lot of countries want us to come, but they're leery about us coming there because they don't want their countries to be overrun with the virus. These are small countries, the Caribbean islands. They can't afford it. They don't have the resource that we have here in the U.S., and they're trying to just look out for their people. So Jamaica's pretty. They've got some really strict restrictions on how, where, when, and they test you like crazy. You get 2 tests when you go there. So, and they have a way that they're tracking you, and they know where every single person is who has taken that test. And they know if you leave the designated tourist area. So they know. That's in Jamaica. However, some other places maybe are not as extreme, but sometimes desperate times call for extreme measures, but some are not. And the thing that's happening, like within the case of the Bahamas, the cases went up. They closed the border to U.S. citizens, started telling U.S. citizens that were over there, you got to leave. And then they turn around and just shut the borders to everybody. They're just going to go on a lockdown because the numbers went up so fast. And remember now, they're recovering from the hurricane last year that devastated a couple of their islands. So they're just like being really, really, really cautious. So last week I took a test. I elected to do a at-home test because some areas have higher numbers than others, and testing is kind of taking longer than it should, longer than 3 days. So in my area, it's taking like 8 to 10 days. So that's problematic. So like, let's say I want to travel and I need a COVID test in 72 hours and it's taking 8 to 10 days. That's just not going to work. So, and I knew they have some places where they do the rapid ones, but though they have a big sign up there on the website saying that it's backed up. So I elected to take a test by LabCorp. And last week I did the unboxing of the test, and we took our tests. My lovely assistant Caitlin and I took our tests, and we mailed off our results. Now today I'm going to talk about what happened. So on the website, it says it takes 2 to 3 days to get your results. We're super fast. So we'll see if that's true, right? Is it true? Is it true? Oh, let's see. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So you need a negative COVID test to travel. How long does it take? So we talked about where U.S. citizens can travel abroad right now. Here's the list. Will I really need to take a COVID-19 test? Yes. Yes, you will. So what I have is an infographic from the website of LabCorp. And this is just an infographic just describing which test is best for you, because people get confused about whether it's a antibody test versus the PCR test. The PCR test basically is the swab test where they stick it up your nose, right? And let's see. The antibody test is the test to see whether you think you might have been exposed to it, and you take this test to see if you have the antibodies, right? So this is basically how they're doing the two types of tests. I did not do the antibody test. I took the COVID-19 swab test, and I did the one where they send it to your home instead of going to a facility, because like I said, testing is backed up. So now, what I elected to do was the self-collection test by LabCorp. See me and my lovely assistant on vacation. I miss vacation. I miss vacation so much. I really do. I'm just checking the phone again. For those of you who are live, remember, just do a hashtag live. For those of you who are doing the replay, if you tune in, hashtag replay. So just reminding for those of you who tune in later, Priscilla with Scylla Travel. I am an independently owned travel agency servicing. I do trips to Africa, North America, the Caribbean, and beyond. Right now, not so much beyond. So we took the test. This is interesting. And I went through it last week, what was in the box, the instructions on sending it off. And I tried it to see if this was going to work out really, really well and really, really fast, right? So let's see. Here we go. This is how it went down, guys. This is how it went down. Sent off for the test. You call in. Basically, you go on the website. You do the questionnaire. My daughter did the questionnaire. You enter your health insurance information. She entered her health insurance information. Basically mine, because she is my daughter. Thank God that I have travel insurance. Hey, Sherry Ann, how are you? Glad to see you. So, send it off through the website. It comes, right? Really super duper fast, right? You know, it worked the way that they promised. I didn't even expect it to come that fast. However, my test came fast. It was Thursday afternoon. We went in the portal, ordered both tests. She did hers first, did mine second. Mine comes on Friday, midday, fast. Where's hers? Don't know where it is. Hers comes the following day on Saturday. So here's the timeline. Thursday, we ordered the 2 test kits. Friday, received test kit 1. That's me. Saturday, received test kit number 2. That was Caitlin. Also on Saturday, the both of us took our tests, and we ordered the pickup from Federal Express, FedEx, like I mentioned last week, right? Scheduled, once we schedule that Saturday pickup, because on the little card, it says that they operate from Monday to Saturday. They can do a Saturday pickup. They said, put your packages out on the porch. Someone will be there in 2 hours, within 2 hours. That was like about 2:30, because I went live at 6. So it was a couple of hours before that I actually called it in. About 2:30, right? They promised it would be there. Well, guess what? Can you just guess what happened? As you can see by this timeline here, that it didn't come on time. No way. It did not come on time. So this testing took Had to go back on my slide here. My mouse here, it was disappearing. So here we go. It came late Monday afternoon pickup because Sunday I called them and I'm like, where is my pickup? You know, if I were trying to travel, this is really problematic here, right? So when I call the call center, they're like, we have in our notes by your confirmation that they're going to come pick it up on Monday. I'm like, that's not what they told me. It says clearly pick up Saturday. Did that happen? No. So good thing I wasn't planning on traveling. So Monday they come by 3:00 to pick both tests up. So Tuesday, they arrived at the lab. Once they picked them up, they actually got there really, really fast. And Thursday, we had our results, like 12:30 in the morning. I was like looking on my phone. Because I was watching TV, got a notice. Boom, your tests are in. We got our notice. So, what the what? A total time of 6 days for the test. The actual testing was 2 days. It took 4 days for transit. It's supposed to be 1. Are you kidding me? Wow. 4 days. FedEx totally dropped the ball on that. I'm going to have to call LabCorp and give them a little feedback on, their partner. So they have a partnership with FedEx. So FedEx shouldn't have, number one, if they're not going to be able to pick up the tests on Saturday, they don't need to advertise that they're going to do it because LabCorp's customers are expecting, to have a pickup on Saturday so they can get these test results into the lab as fast as possible. Although you do expect things to happen close to the end of the week, and I definitely did, However, what threw everything off is my daughter's test came a whole day later. So we wanted to do it together and send them off together. So that threw everything off. If both would have come in Friday, we would have both taken the test, and then I would have sent them back off same day. And who knows, we might have had our test results sooner. Don't know, can't vouch for them. But that is crazy. So you're really behind a rock and a hard place. If you're in an area where the case numbers are really high, right? And you want to take a trip, you're going to have a hard time because going through, like in my area right now, some places are doing it much faster. Like I believe in New York and Connecticut, places like that, they're operating much faster than they are down here. Where I am, since we've had like surges, it's taking a lot longer. But I thought that, the rapid test using the mail, it would work out a lot better. But LabCorp themselves did pretty good. But it was FedEx that dropped the ball in this case, right? Even though I should have, basically taken into consideration the weekend. Of course, you expect that. But they promised. I was prepared for them to come pick the test up when they said they were going to come pick it up. If not, don't advertise that you're going to do that. So all in all, it took 6 days. So right now, people going to doing the labs traditionally is taking 8 to 10. So that's still shorter, right? So like, let's say that you wanted to go somewhere that is requiring a 4-day test. And I believe Dominican Republic now is giving you a week. The test needs to be done within the week. You need to have it with you, proof. And I believe the United Arab Emirates or UAE. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Glad to see you. I believe UAE, they're the ones doing 96 hours, but things keep changing so much. So, by the way, I just want to let you know, United Arab Emirates have a life insurance policy and health insurance policy that they're offering the airline, the Emirates Airlines. And I'm not even going to bother to pick that one up because they're offering quarantine insurance for you. If you come up positive when you go there, they're kindly going to insure you, and they're even offering a death benefit. I'll just let that sink in for a minute. Okay, moving right along. We know that if I were really wanting to travel somewhere that was an epic fail with LabCorp, I would have to do I would have to plan. I mean, plan. Number one, I would be trying to figure out and at least organizing my trip where I leave on a weekend or a Friday or something like that, or a Saturday, or even a Sunday, or even the following Monday, and then plan to have my test using one of these rapid tests, depending on where you are. I would have them send it to me the Friday before, and then I would take it, and then I would call FedEx on a Monday, or personally go drop it off at one of the FedEx locations. Don't have them come pick it up. If you've got a FedEx shipping location near you, go take it there yourself. And at least I would have that buffer in there. So let's see. Back to my slide. Upcoming trips. Just a reminder, we have the Explore Ghana History, Heritage, and Wildlife Safari Tour November/December of 2021. Haven't nailed down the dates yet. Ghana hasn't quite opened yet. They're signaling that they will. They started some repatriation flights. Yay! So people who got stranded, either outside the country or inside the country, they schedule some. So August 1st, we expect many of the African nations to begin opening. Don't know what it's going to look like. When they do open, they've been pretty strict based on the videos of the tourism authority, the things that they've been presenting. I'm seeing everyone wearing masks. So that's one thing that please keep in mind. Forget the stuff you see on TV. Forget the politics. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Use hand sanitizer in between. Keep your distance. Okay? Because you don't know what people have. So, moving right along. How did the test turn out? Priscilla, you ask, how did it turn out? What are your results for you and Caitlin, you and your assistant? It was negative! Yay! Our tests were negative. Yes, indeed. Okay. So, that was the saga. That was the drama that I had with the testing. So, a little backstory. Another reason, an underlying reason of why we took the test is because my daughter has a part-time job and an employee came up positive for the virus. However, of course, the boss didn't notify anyone until 9 days later when the test came back is when he notified people. So wrong. So I wear N95 masks. I bought my family N95 masks. They're a little bit more expensive than regular surgical masks. I get them from Medical Supply. And I said, wear these because you don't know where people are, where they've been. And these days, people just seem like they just don't care. So you got to look out for yourself. Please look out for yourself. This is not political at all. Okay? I know you want to travel. I want to travel. If you're going to do it, please be safe. So wear your PPE. Please. So we had a little scare. Neither one of us are positive. Thank God. So she was wearing a mask. So this is Priscilla with Scylla Travel coming at you live on a Saturday afternoon, hoping that you have a great afternoon, rest of your afternoon. Oh, I forgot to share one more thing. We know that the test is negative, right? One more thing. One more thing. I have to remind you. I help you live the dream through travel. So I work with you to plan your vacation, and hopefully it's the vacation of your dreams. And when I say plan, let's start doing the planning. 2021, 2022 planning. That way you can be prepared. As you can see, I am a person who gets prepared. I was in the Army. I know how to prepare. My husband is like, why do you bring all of that stuff whenever we go on travel? Because I'm like, you just never know what you're going to need. That's me. I'm the one who's always at the counter having to take stuff out of her bag and put it in her family's bags because it's overweight. That's me. And now I'm proud that's me because we use N95 masks. Yeah. So I design travel experiences that you're going to talk about for years and years and years to come. I book luxury travel experiences to Africa, the Caribbean, Mexico, and North America. Hopefully Canada soon. Do you hear me, Justin Trudeau? We want to come to Canada. I customize every aspect of your trip. I even do groups. So a lot of you out there are groups people. You like to do family reunions. You like to do sorority and fraternity groups. You like to do things with your businesses, your customers. Did you know that beauty salons sometimes plan trips with their clients, their best clients? Oh yeah, they do. If you want to raise money for your favorite charity, hit me up. Let me know. I can help you with that. 2021, November, December. I'm narrowing down the dates. I'll probably know the dates a little better as soon as Ghana opens. August 1st. That's today. Hopefully they open. I haven't heard anything. It is a Saturday. So I'll be hearing something next week, right? Start to work with them when people start going back into the office. Hopefully we'll have the dates nailed down, but you can still get on the wait list. The link is in this post, in this video. Another thing, I do have the complete guide because as you can see, traveling right now and probably in the near future is really, really difficult to navigate. So you need a travel advisor to help you. Because there's no way you're going to be able to know all of that unless you are a seasoned traveler and you're in the best of health. Maybe you can do it. Maybe you like doing it because you like to backpack or stuff like that. Good for you. However, I do all of these things for you. I manage and coordinate all of those types of things. The value that you get is I support you from before your trip, during your trip, and even if you have questions after your trip. So I also counsel you or, offer support for travel insurance. That's a big thing. I'll be talking about that soon. And some of these other type of plans like evacuation plans, medical plans. These are things that some of these destinations are going to require that you have. Some of them are saying you don't come if you do not have medical insurance or evacuation insurance because we cannot pay for that. You need to have it for yourself. So these are all of the things that a travel advisor will do for you, right? Travel advisors these days, a lot of people really struggled when this COVID thing broke out. But those of you who had a travel advisor, that travel advisor did it for you. So these are the type of services that I offer, right? I take care of the details so that you can relax and you can focus on the fun stuff. So I help you live the dream. All that other stuff is not the dream. So this is Priscilla with Scylla Travel. And one more thing. I have a guide. It's called International Travel Documents Post-COVID-19. So that's another thing you need to be working on or thinking about. Part of the planning. That's a guide to help you. Even when you hire a travel advisor, you're still going to need to get these documents. Did you know that the passport office is open now? Did you know that they're not doing expedited passports right now? Did you know that they have 1 million applications in the backlog? So get your passport now. If it's expired, get to the post office or the passport facility. But get the guide. Better yet, get the guide. That guide will help you figure out what documents you need, the things you need to be thinking about. And it also tells you, hire a travel advisor. Get on my calendar. That consultation is free. Doesn't cost you anything for the consultation. So if you're interested in getting a consult on Facebook, go all the way to the top, click contact me. You will get my electronic calendar. If you are on Instagram, go all the way to the top and click on the bio and you'll see a button that says free discovery call, complimentary, courtesy discovery call. That's not going to cost you anything. However, if you just have questions, still book a discovery call or just DM me. You know, I have my instant messengers on through Facebook and Instagram. So, like I said, this is Priscilla with Scylla Travel, and I am signing off. And you guys, if there's no questions, I don't see anyone asking any questions. I'm going to look over here on Facebook just in case someone offered a question, because sometimes they don't offer it on StreamYard. Or I don't see them over here. I'm just looking to see if there are any questions at all, because I'm on 3 different Facebook pages, and sometimes it doesn't always come over, and I'm not seeing any. So this is Priscilla with Scylla Travel, and those of you on the replay, I appreciate you. Those of you who were live, hi Nicole, hi Sherry Ann, rest of you live people out there, thanks for joining. #live, #replay. This is Priscilla with Scylla Travel signing off, and you have a great rest of your Saturday afternoon. Bye-bye. See you later.